Welcome to the morning show inside Dubai Real Estates. So, if you've ever thought of investing in Dubai, this episode's for you. So, today I'm going to break down all the facts that y'all need to know as first-time investors in Dubai. So, I'm joined by someone who knows the UK and the Dubai market inside out, and that's Mr. Wahid.
Thank you for having me here today. I'm so excited to share my insights and I would like to answer all your questions.
Right. So this is basically for the first-time investors out there, and we would be providing the basic information that they need to know. So I have a few questions, and let's start with the basics. Can foreigners buy properties in Dubai?
Absolutely. Foreigners can buy properties in freehold areas across UAE. Foreigners, they are buying a lot in Al Marjan Island, which is Ras Al Khaimah on one end. On opposite end, which is Abu Dhabi, again people are buying in Yas Island and Saadiyat. They're big, huge developers. So people are spending across all UAE. And again, not to miss, Dubai is again a place heaven for the investors.
So there's off-plan properties and ready to move. So what's the main difference, and what are the advantages, and what would you tell your clients to go for?
It's not about which one is good. You don't need to pick one of them. It's about what your investment goals are. Off-plan properties actually works different way, and ready properties, there are different dynamics for ready properties, let's say. So off-plan is a project which is under construction. Where you pay in installments over the period of 3 years' time as a standard practice we have been observing for so long in Dubai. Developers usually complete their project in 3 years' time. And the investors, they keep paying up to 3 years with a payment plan of 60-40, 70-30, 50-50. Again, it's your strategy, which developer and which area you are working with. So the off-plan comes with more appreciation. And the ready property will come with immediately income stream. Let's say you will start getting rental income very next month. So again, different dynamics. For ready property, you need to have all funds and capital ready to buy the property, or either way you can pay 50% as a non-resident of Dubai, and then you need to pay at least 50% of deposit.
And if we talk about the profit, the appreciation a client can make, if they're going to off-plan, is holding the property for until the handover time period is better, or flipping earlier is better?
Yes, flipping is a good idea actually. Flipping is a good strategy. If you flip the property on the right time, let's say when the construction is close to handover, that is a time where investors are making a lot of money. So selling it in the first year doesn't make any sense. Rather, if property is ready and close to handover, like we can see so many projects are being handed over today, which was started in 2022 actually. So the appreciation people are making are at least 35 to 40%. So off-plan gives you more capital appreciation, I would say.
And off-plan tends to be cheaper than getting a ready-to-move property. And is purchasing on the day of the launch, is it like you get the lowest entry ticket possible? Is there any difference?
It's again your strategy, how it works. If you buy something pre-launch, you will be having an option to choose the unit. You will be given a priority to some low cost units also. So if you buy something beforehand, it will be a good investment, I would say.
What are the benefits a client can get from investing in a property in Dubai?
Actually the Dubai market is very promising market. We've been witnessing it for the last at least 10 years. People made so much money out of it. The capital appreciation is very high. The rental yield is again between 8 to 10%. If we compare it to the UK, that's between 4 to 5%. And then again you pay taxes, and again you benefit from non-tax economy. And on top of that, government is offering residential visas, investor visas, and golden visas to the investors. If you invest something 750,000 dirhams, which is close to 170,000 pounds, you are entitled for an investor visa. And also, if you spend something 400,000 pounds or close to 400,000 to meet the threshold of 2 million property, you will be given a golden visa.
Okay.
The golden visa is where you can sponsor your wife, your spouse, your kids, your help at home, your drivers probably,
Right.
and you can work just like as a resident of Dubai.
Okay. So it's good to live here with the family itself then.
Yeah, it is actually. We just saw a change in the Dubai market.
Right.
That now most families are coming in.
Right.
They are more keen. Just like last year, 200,000 golden visas were issued by government.
Right, that's interesting. So, talking about families, how safe is it to move to Dubai and invest in Dubai for a client?
Let's say if you are asking the safety in terms of personal safety and for family safety, is 100% safe. It's been on top ranked countries across the world.
Right.
And again, Dubai and Abu Dhabi both been placed at #1 positions.
Right.
And but if you ask your question is for the investments, yes.
Yeah.
Investments are super safe because they are backed by the government.
Right.
So government take care of the developments, government take care of the construction quality, government take care of the amenities. So government is actually came up with so much of regulations to ensure that the investors are completely safe.
Right, okay. And when buying a property, would this payment go to the developer or would it go to the government of Dubai?
Yeah, this is again a very good question. So many people are concerned if they are in UK or they're from USA.
Yeah.
They're paying it something to whom they are paying.
Right.
Actually, government is doing an escrow account.
Okay.
Which is an account to take care of the developments of particular project.
Okay.
So that money goes to that account. And government they keep an eye on the construction updates, the process, the development stages, and according to those stages, you will be paying your payments.
Okay, so the money is safe with the government.
100% it goes to the government account.
Okay, so let's also talk about the taxes. Now, I've heard a lot that there's so many taxes in the UK. So compared to that, how is Dubai?
Yes, taxation it is how the economy works.
Yeah.
But in Dubai, government is facilitating investors to make money.
Right.
In terms of you don't pay any property tax, you don't pay any income tax, and you don't pay any capital gain tax, and again, no inheritance tax.
Okay.
You can literally transfer this any property, any investments to your families.
Right. That's great. And are there any hidden costs while purchasing a property? Apart from the property value, are there any other additional costs?
Yeah, there is only 4% flat fees, which is from, we call it stamp duty in UK, but here we call it the Land Department fees, which goes to the government. 4% of the property values, and if property is ready, then perhaps you pay 2% extra to the agent.
Right.
And if you're planning to upgrade your apartment, probably you want to do Airbnb or something, then probably you will be paying furnishing if your unit is not furnished.
Right.
Or probably if you are going for mortgage, so there could be a mortgage fees, which is very normal fees. Yeah.
So foreign investors can get mortgages in Dubai?
Yeah, 100%. They can get up to 50% of the property if property is ready.
Okay.
But if property is off plan means which is under construction, then now you need to pay, and once the property reaches to up to certain milestone, then banks offer you mortgages.
Right, okay, that's great. So going back to the previous question, the DLD 4% charge, is that a one-time charge?
Yeah, this is one-time payment.
Right, okay. So let's suppose someone is interested in investing in Dubai and they want to start. How is the whole process being done, and what sort of a budget should he have, like the minimum budget?
Yeah, if this is purely investment, I would say off-plan are the best deals.
Right.
Where you don't pay upfront the whole amount. You pay a small amount. You can book by 5%, then you complete 20% to get your SPA.
Okay.
Then you keep paying on very flexible payment plans. It could be there are very flexible payment terms, like quarterly you can pay 10%, or you can pay 1.5% every month up till completion. Once the developer is ready for the handover, at that time you probably pay the remaining 40% sometime. In some developers, it's 30%.
Okay.
So it varies from developer to developer.
Right.
But if you come up with the small investments, all plans are an ideal.
Right.
But if you got some funds ready and you really want a good income stream, you want a regular income coming in, then probably you can buy a ready property.
Okay.
Or even you can get mortgage, as I told you, 50% mortgage from the banks here.
Right. So if someone is buying an off-plan property, how long is the property purchase process?
Okay. So it goes like you pay EUI at first place.
Right.
You are allocated with the unit.
Okay.
And you are allocated with the payment plan, which you need to follow. And if everything is fine, you're okay to go, you complete 20% plus 4% DLD fees.
Okay.
And government and the developer will send you the SPA, Sales Purchase Agreement, stating everything, all details of the property, the furnishing details, all. And that is a very crucial document to look at because it will state all the payment terms, all conditions, and I would highly recommend to go through each and every line of that document.
Right. Okay. So what is the process after signing the SPA? Can the client consider the property theirs?
Well, after you sign the SPA, then you start paying on monthly basis or quarterly basis as agreed in SPA and as requested by the developer. Then you keep following the payment terms up till completion. Once completion is ready and you pay the remaining 30 or 40%, at that time you will be given a title deed. So at that point of stage, either you can go, that's a good time to flip actually. You can either rent out the property or you can move yourself or you can just flip it.
So let's suppose someone's planning to invest for the rental incomes. So which areas in Dubai would you recommend?
Well, for rental income, I would say last year in 2024, we saw Business Bay, Marina, JBR and JVC, actually, they really did well. But I think this year there are new developments coming in, so probably things will change.
And what's the resale market like? Will it be easy to sell the property or rent out the property?
Yes, because demand is so high and supply is literally so less. Even all developers, there are huge constructions going on. I would say, I'll share one incident. I was at a site, under construction site last week, and I saw on a Sunday 600 people were working, and they said our average strength on a weekdays is 1,300. That's, we are talking about one project only. So as you can see, people are doing huge developments. However, they can't supply enough. Still, there is a shortage of housing. People are after
the population keeps.
So that is the reason any property which comes as a ready property is good at good location. It goes away so quick.
So talking about the funds for a client, what are the financing options available?
There are many banks who do financing for a ready property. As a non-resident of Dubai, you can get up to 50% of funds. The process is very simple. It takes between 2 to 3 weeks, and where you pay 50% and the remaining 50% will be mortgaged by the local bank.
So I think we've covered pretty much everything. So is there anything that you would like to add?
I would say if you really need good investments, if you want appreciation on your investments, Dubai is the best place as we speak. So that was a wealth of information, Mr. Wahid. And if you are looking to invest in Dubai, reach out to us and don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more insights on Dubai's real estate market. And I'll see you in the next video.